Alright, welcome back guys to my channel today again. And today's episode, what I want to talk about is sex. Yeah, sex is one topic that people always find difficult to talk about. People always shy away from talking about sex. But the fact is just the fact people have sex every day. Married people, single people, even teenagers. So it's a topic that people, get really familiar with, but at the same time they feel really shy when it comes to talking about it. But I feel we have a lot of problems in the society today that we really need to talk about this topic. In fact, it is so bad that parents don't like to educate their children about sex. They don't like to give sex education to their children because they feel that their children are going to be more exposed than expected. But the fact is that those children actually know more than the parent themselves. So what I want to talk about sex today is I want to talk about sex between the single people and sex between the married people. Now, as a single person, you ought not to be having sex when you're married. You and I know that, right? But however, people don't really care. People don't give a damn about it. They still go ahead and do it. Right? Now, as a single person, we have so many issues like masturbation coming up as a result of the crave for sex. But when the sex partner is not there, people tend to resort to masturbation as an alternative to to function their drive. However, as a single person, the first thing I will even tell you is never think about sex when you are not gonna have sex. You should not think about sex. Now, do you remember that verse in the Bible that talks about you fleeing from fornication? Now, this is so because the moment you think about sex, but you end up not having sex, you stress your emotions, you stress your hormones, you stress your cells, you stress your body. Now, that is very unfair to your body because your biological body believes that you are supposed to have sex whenever you think about having sex, and that is why it responds to your thinking. So the first thing is never ever think about having sex when you're not gonna have sex. As a single person, you are to stay away from sex, and some of you have your justifications like, okay, I want to know how this person is like in bed. What if this person is not active? What this, what that, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? However, you should know that you aren't supposed to have sex before marriage. Sex is a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing that God actually created, but He created it for those in marriage. And for married people, sex is not just for making babies. Sex goes beyond making babies. God actually created sex to make sure that there's a bonding, there's a uniformity between the husband and the wife. Yet we have so many issues of married people still having issues when it comes to sex. Some person will be like, the man is not satisfying me, or the woman is not sexually active or something, or and these issues are beginning to affect even the single people, because when the single people actually hear stories from the married people, they tend to want to test the thing before they actually go into marriage. So at times these things are like cause and effect. So the single ones that do, they'll be like, okay, this married people are complaining about this, they're talking about that, so I'm not going to make the same mistake. So I need to know what I'm getting myself into, and that is why these things come in play. So we should know what we ought to know. So many people don't actually give themselves sex education before they get married, but I think you should actually get yourself sex educated. You should know the things you need to know, because it doesn't just work anyhow. You need to know how, when, and the prerequisite for having sex. And as a single person, don't think about sex because you ought not be having sex. When you think about sex, you stress your body, you stress your hormones, you stress yourself, you stress the whole emotion out of yourself, and that is what leads to masturbation. And these are things people go through every day, but people just have it hidden to themselves. But I feel if there's enough sex education out there to actually let people know what they ought to know, then we have less problems in the society. Alright, I remain Minister Dre on Relationship Talk Show. Please, in case you have not followed or subscribed, please do so. And like, share, and also wait me for the next episode next week. Thank you.